Race 37, and bringing the Euro Golden Trophy to a close. DD2 Masters now on track, and here is your final starting grid, the 37th of the race weekend. So Timo Haug will start on pole position alongside will be fellow German Michael Becker. It's an all-Lithuanian row number 2 with Nicolas Mazinas and Martinas Stankiewicz. Christophe Capitain and Carl Clévaux will be on row number 3 with Christoph Adams and Sebastian Humpelhardt on row 4. Dominic Hummels and Daniel Yildiz will complete the 10-strong grid here at Karting Genk, the home of champions. So we now go on to the last formation lap of the race weekend. 14 minutes plus an additional lap. Last year, it was France's Morgan Riche who went on to claim the Grand Finals title after a notable absence from being in a kart as opposed to running the RM Concept team. He's run for many a year. But the winner of this event will get a full entry to the entirety of the 2023 Rotax Max Euro Trophy season next year. Second place, a full season entry to next year's B&L Karting Series season. And third on the rostrum will get an entry to a round of their choice from the 4 venues here at Genk, Vallée d'Argenton in Western France, Marienborg in Belgium, or Paul Fletcher International in Great Britain next year. So over the course of the 6 Euro Trophy events, being a total of 553 drivers from 48 nations. Morgan Riche not only won last year, but he went on to win the Grand Finals. The DD2 Masters Final is underway for the final time as the drivers make their way through. Some drivers using the runoff. So Timo Haug is leading. Christophe Capitain is currently a little bit further up the order. Christophe Capitain currently sitting in 3rd place. That's where he started. Christoph Adams travelling in the wet weather conditions, and following him past Nicolas Mazinas is Martinas Stankiewicz. And then Sebastian Humpelhardt decides to go towards the inside of turn number 9 and get through on Stankiewicz. Now, a great little display I saw earlier on this year at the second heat for the Euro Trophy. Martinas Stankiewicz and the rest of the DD2 Masters field, decided to go on slick tyres. Now, if Martinas Stankiewicz is on slicks, he will be doing a definite Tokyo drift, not just at one circuit this year, but 2, where I've been privy to seeing both races. But with the amount of water that we've got on the circuit, if he's done that, he's a very brave man. I do know that his kart and car control is pretty supreme. But at the moment, Timo Haug is leading the way. He's ahead of Michael Becker by just nearly 9/10 of a second as we're on to lap number 2. Michael Becker's going to get the slingshot round the outside, and he's going to get past Sebastian Humpelhardt. Will he get past Christophe Capitain? No, he does not, because the pair of them get back past him. And Martinas Stankiewicz has managed to dispatch Christoph Adams, who swings to the outside, going through turn number 8, as Martina Stankiewicz gets through on Michael Becker. And now it's 3 abreast nearly. And just, oh, well, Martina Stankiewicz's front bumper is flapping up and down. So has there been a little bit of a touch that might have put the pushed the bumper in? Christoph Adams spins it, coming out of turn 11. Oh, dearie me. Christoph Adams has not had the best season at all. And to have that moment... Well, I think Christoph Adams will be thinking, well, that's the nail in the coffin right there. But he's still going to keep on pushing, though. Christoph, one thing, in many respects, won't give up. He's just got past Mazinas, who was just sideways through turn 3, and has gone sidewall to sidewall with Christoph Adams through turn number 5. And Christoph Adams swings to the outside and gets through. The rain has stopped because the brollies are now being taken down. There's still a lot of residual surface water on the circuit. But at the moment, at the front of the field, Sebastian Rumpelhardt, the 2020 Euro Trophy champion, now is within striking distance of Timo Haug. Christoph Capitan still lines up in 3rd place. 4th is Stankiewicz. 5th it's Becker. 6th it's Clerbaud. And I think, if I remember correctly, that is going to be Dominic Hummels, who is behind as well. And Nicolas Mazinas hits the standing water coming out of turn number 12. Christoph Adams trying to get through on Tanu Yildiz. That's for 8th place. And is going to get the inside line through into turn 5. But Yildiz is going to go through and stay ahead going into turn 6. Swings out to the outside as the 570 from Germany. Christoph Adams makes it through and gets another position. Michael Becker, in the meantime, is being hounded by Karl Clerbaud. Dominic Hummels is not too far behind either. Ah, right. I just spotted something here. Someone might have a loose bumper on the right rear, and that could be someone coming into turn 10. Just going to keep an eye on this driver. Okay. Right, Christoph Adams' back bumper is on the ground. Karl Clerbaud's gone wide out of turn 12. So Christoph Adams' right rear bumper is dragging on the floor. And the mechanical black flag has come out straight away. So Christoph Adams coming through turn number 3. And there it is. It's hanging on the ground. It's scraping on the ground. So Christoph Adams being shown the mechanical black flag, or as we like to call it in the United Kingdom, the meatball flag. So he's going to have to park that. So we've got nearly 6 minutes of this 14-minute race completed. And Sebastian Rumpelhardt has now pulled out a 2.2 second advantage. The 2 SP Motorsport karts. And it's actually Dominic Hummels ahead of Karl Clerbaud after Karl's off-track excursion, going a little bit wide and having to avoid the foam barriers on the outside of turn 12, which separates the W grid exit to the 12th and final corner. As there is Christoph Capitan in 3rd place. Martinez Stankiewicz not too far behind. Well, about 1.3 seconds last time around, make that 1.2. Sebastian Rumpelhart has the fastest lap of the race so far, 1 minute 14.312. So the Mojo W5s will help to disperse some of the standing water. Oh, Martinez Stankiewicz gets a bit sideways. Got just 6.25 minutes plus an additional lap of racing. So give or take, we've got about 7.5 minutes to go until we conclude what's been an enthralling and exciting and dramatic and captivating 2022 Rotax Max Challenge Euro Trophy event here at the Home of Champions. So Timo Haug and Christophe Capitan are within 1.1 seconds of each other. But all still are running on the circuit. Nicolas Mazinis this time is running in 10th position. So it all comes down to just the final 5 minutes. Sebastian Rumpelhart now has an extensive, nigh on 6.5 second advantage over the driver who started from pole position, Timo Haug from Germany. There's going to be a move here from Karl Klibor up the inside of Dominic Hummels. Tried to go through on turn 4, nearly went up the inside through into turn 5, and then through into turn 6. On that particular occasion, that was not successful for Karl Klibor. Looked very, very good in the heats, but it's just not been his day. Whether that's been really good for ducks here. And kind of aquatic life. Christophe Capitan is getting ever closer. Last time around was just under a second behind. Could be the fact that that gap is going to close. And it gets cut by nearly half. So Christophe Capitan closing that gap by half at the end of it all. So the darkness is starting to set in as we are fast approaching 20 to 5 in the afternoon here at the Home of Champions. But Sebastian Rumpelhart, I haven't seen this guy in action for the best part of just over 2 seasons. And he decides to come back to the Golden Trophy. Looks like the rain is starting to start to return again, and it has gained intensity since the last time we saw it. So I can see that on the part of the building, well, the actual ceiling of the part of the building in front of me. And black flag, Christoph Adams, the rebel, has now been given the black flag. You have 3 laps to pull that kart in. Otherwise, you get the black flag. So, slap on the wrist. Or it might be detention for Christoph Adams after getting that black flag. You get the slap on the wrist saying, right, you need to bring that kart in. Christoph decided otherwise. There's Martinas Stankiewicz, sitting in 4th place at the moment, as Sebastian Rumpelhart now nearly has a 10-second advantage over Timo Haug. So even if Sebastian Rumpelhart has a front fairing penalty, he would still win quite comfortably. He's moving away from the rest of the opposition in the wet weather conditions. So there is the 5:07. So making his way down through turns 10 and 11, which he now exits. Sebastian Rumpelhart makes his way through into turn number 12. So 2 more race laps to go here. It's a total of 2,720 metres. I think there's been at least 300 taken out by Sebastian Rumpelhart on that occasion, because he's just fired it through turn 2. The timer has officially expired. Next time around, it is going to be the final lap of the race meeting, as the road to Portimao has met its inevitable conclusion for 3 of the classes here this weekend. And it's quite fitting that the light is starting to fade, because after this tour, we're going to have the last set of fireworks and also the pyrotechnics on the left-hand side of the start-finish straight. Sebastian Rumpelhart starts the 13th and final lap. And not just the final lap of this race, the final lap of the race meeting. So, Christophe Capitan is gutting... nearly got his nose cut off there. Did the 5.99 from France, as Timo Haug managed to light up the rear tyres and propel the 575 Parolin chassis. Do know of one other German driver having used that chassis before, Michael Winkler. And now Christophe Capitan looking to the outside of turn 7. Could we say a change for second position in the dying stages of the race, because our race leader is now coming through turn 9 for the final time, as Nicolas Mazinas crosses the line to start his final lap of the weekend. But now Sebastian Rumpelhart heads towards the final corner here at Karting Genk, the home of champions. Out of turn 12, the 5:07 from RS Competition gets greeted by flames and fireworks, and he becomes the follower, well, the successor to Morgan Riche, who last year went on to win the grand finals. So, Glückwunsch, Mr. Rumpelhart, and Christophe Capitan at the death pips Timo Haug to second position. And Timo Haug, and there we go, Christophe Capitan celebrating with great chagrin. Timo Haug having to settle for third position. Martinas Stankiewicz managed to take 4th place, but Sebastian Rumpelhart provisionally becomes your 2022 Rotax Max Challenge Euro Golden Trophy champion. So well done to him. So Sebastian Rumpelhart takes the 2022 Rotax Max Challenge Euro Golden Trophy title, and he's happy about it. And even if he gets a front-fairing penalty now, it still means that he'll have an advantage of 8 seconds. Front bumper check. No, all good there. Christoph Kapitan takes 2nd, ahead of Timo Haug. Martina Stankiewicz, Michael Becker, Karl Klibor, Christoph Adams. Did get the black flag, though, so he would be promptly excluded from the race result. So that will promote Dominik Hummels, Tanja Yildiz, and Mikolas Mazinas to complete the top 9. And that is the end of the racing action. 37 races in total. So the final look back as Mikolas Mazinas had a bit of a spin on the formation lap. Scared Christoph Kapitan in the process, but the red lights got underway. Stankiewicz just slotted back into the tram lines, not to incur a 3-second time penalty, as Timo Haug led the field into turns 1 and 2. Michael Becker was looking around the outside. And you can see the front fairing on Martina Stankiewicz's kart flapping about a little bit. So he went up the inside of Christoph Adams. And then there was the moment that Christoph Adams spun. And he was spinning the rear tyres, steam coming off of them. And I think maybe the vibrations through being on the runoff area might have actually loosened the bolts on the right rear. Sebastian Rumpelhart then went charging after Timo Haug. Michael Becker managing to keep Karl Klibor at bay. And Klibor managing at some point to get through on the 526 based out of Hagen in Germany. But then there was the moment, outbraking himself into turn 12. Very uncharacteristic of Karl Klibor, but he manages to rejoin behind SP Motorsport teammate Dominik Hummels. And Christoph Kapitan, as one of the marshals at Marshal Post 2, was jumping up and down, but Sebastian Rumpelhart takes the Euro Golden Trophy crown. And Christoph Kapitan, very, very happy with P2.